Yep, here we go.
Both teams are off. Looks like Musclecraft got out of the water a little better. The Dwarven ninjas are sprinting ahead.
Now, I'm wondering if one of the team is going to use the underwater technique that we've seen developed, or if they're going to try to just go straight across the top.
Well, Dwarven ninjas skipped getting any fences at the beginning. It could be that they're going to do that with the fences at the end of the tree section. Actually, lost player, because what is he doing?
He is at the top of the goodies staircase.
Looks like he's about to craft something.
Yes.
Musclecraft is going forward, though. It looks like they are going to cut a path behind over land using some TNT to stop any water.
Yep, pretty interesting. It looks like neither team is going to use the under the ice forest technique.
It's like NSS Trunks is working his way around the back end there. Having to deal with some water already, though.
Yeah, Musclecraft has been, looks like they have a very planned route that makes it so they only have to break the minimum number of blocks that cause them to be water, because if you break a glass block that's over an air block, it will simply shatter. And they are doing what they can to ensure that that happens.
I presume you meant ice.
Did I say water? Break the water!
No, you said glass.
Glass.
Now you've said three different things. When you break the water,
you break the water,
shatters.
It turns into glass, and it shatters. Well, it makes the glass sound, that's why I said glass. But yes, it'll break the ice. That whole conversation was not good about breaking the ice.
Yeah, I wouldn't try to use it to break the ice.
Womp womp.
Wah wah.
It's the fish of the sea. Looks like Musclecraft is destroying some of the goodies in the large forest section using the provided cannon.
And it looks like Ihibs has a receding hairline now.
I will
New
take a look
skin.
at that.
Blowing up
Looks
the tree
like-
there.
Looks like NSS Trunks and Pokemon 64 are both kind of working on a safe back passage around the back end of the ice. This should be a very easy path for them to travel through in the future.
So Musclecraft has destroyed the pre-built cannon opposing their goodie section, which will also take out the majority of the TNT supplies for Dwarven ninjas. So if they were relying on that, they do not have that available to them anymore.
Big difference being set up right now. NSS Trunks dropping down a bunch of torches over on their side of the map. The other team has not done that yet.
Yeah, we have seen mob spawns define a match. So ensuring that you light it up when you can is extremely beneficial. Let's see if anyone's run ahead.
Well, the farthest ahead for Musclecraft was Ihibs, but he had a very pretty big misstep there with a creeper that had followed him for quite some distance, and finally it got him down just before the fence before the nether section here.
It's like that one John Cusack movie where it's like, where's my $2? No one else will get that reference.
Yeah, I don't get that one. Mm-mm.
I think it's one with skiing. Not the one with the boats.
Fargo?
No, it's it's like an 80s John Cusack movie. Better Off Dead? I think it's that. That's the one.
Oh.
It's from the 80s. Yeah, I think
It doesn't count.
Ibs is bald, or he has like horns. Those are like horn nubs that he shaved off. He's part demon now.
That is the strangest possible conclusion anybody could ever come to.
Well, I'm going to go check on the other teams in the chat. With that.
Looks like Pokemon 64 of Dwarven Ninjas is approaching the Netherrack section. Keanu Laszlo of Musclecraft is sniping at him. Hasn't gotten any hits on him yet. Oh, there's one. There's two. Let's see what kind of stuff he had on him. Some TNT, bow, sword, some blocks. Not sure he was going to try to run the wool section, because if he was, he probably would have head down the actual gap there.
A little bit of PvP action happening at the second wool dungeon.
Yeah, it does
But
look like
nothing too intense.
looks like Musclecraft has built part of the way up, but still hasn't made it into the interior of the tree section dungeon. Let's see if anyone has gotten the first wool in the ice section. Someone's definitely set off a trap.
The majority of the Musclecraft teams currently hanging out at the second dungeon.
So Dwarven Ninjas have the green wool. Musclecraft does not.
Parker's making his way up into the green wool dungeon, or sorry, the second dungeon.
A little bit of an arrow battle here between Trunks and I believe that's Inoon at the base of the blue wool section. Let's see if there's any indication that they've run the third wool. Yes, looks like I do see some constructed stuff. Let's see if they've made it in.
Looks like Dwarven Ninjas are not making much of an effort towards the second dungeon yet. Trunks is still here, but the rest of the team is elsewhere.
Ibs is currently taking care of some lava, and he should be able to get the red wool uncontested. They might be able to get him on the way out, but he should be able to get it without any issue. So that would put both teams at one wool each. We see some kind of cannon going on in the Musclecraft side, about to be fired at Dwarven Ninja's ladders. Let's see if it works as they expect. It is going to do some damage to their side as well.
It worked as expected. That wiped all the ladders off the front of that, except for just the bare minimum.
Yeah, they're going to have to pillar or re-ladder their way back up.
Wow, that
And they actually
TNT went flying up in there, but there's actually one of them inside, Trunks, who survived the blast. So that may have been too little too late, although it will be more difficult for him to get out now once he has the wool.
We have seen people wait for lava buckets, and it's going to be a lot harder to get one up to him. If that was their
Indeed.
plan. He may have to fight his way down there. If he has TNT, he can try to drop it, but there is a risk that you could blow the top off of your own wool room and not be able to get it. Actually, Parker is doing that. They're dropping TNT in on Musclecraft's side to try to get to the wool. Let's hope they don't accidentally blow up their entire stuff here. Looks like he has a couple more floors to go.
And Trunks is taking the slower road. No lighting. And breaking individual spawners with his sword.
He died, too.
Until he died, though.
He may not have had any torches.
This could be pretty bad for Dwarven ninjas. They're going to have to establish some way up into the second wool dungeon while Musclecraft are currently distracted.
Yeah, because there's no way for them to prevent them from getting the ice dungeon wool.
Right.
So they
right now they're not being watched, so if they were to craft up some ladders, they would have this opportunity to fix this problem.
He's almost reached the wool room. Still hasn't taken out the spawner yet, though.
The wool room is exposed,
Yes.
but not open.
Let's see if they keep dropping stuff on top.
I think he's going to stop now.
Okay. Just making sure. I went down to see if I could see it blow up from inside, because it'd be a cool video.
Nope, he recognized that there was brick there and has decided to back off.
He has a lot of sand. He's gonna do the, he's gonna make a sand pillar. It'll drown out any of the spiders, and he can safely get in there, and then just pillar it out. Let's see if the red wool has been secured by both teams, or just Dwarven ninjas. Wait, Musclecraft. Looks like a cannon was fired to make the red wool harder to run for Dwarven ninjas. They've certainly gotten that, and looks like they were able to make it out, so...
Parker is filling up the column that he will use to tunnel his way into the wool room.
Let's check out Musclecraft's first wool.
It appears that all of Musclecraft are here at the second dungeon.
Well, they're going to have to force their way in and prevent the blue wool from making it out while they happen to work on the other wools. I assume he's close to having it now.
Parker's laying hands on wool right now.
And he should be able to safely pillar out.
Yep, he's probably going to start pillaring any moment now. Yep. Lights have gone out down there, and his name is slowly getting bigger.
Trunks is trying to go up the blue wool section and is getting shot at, but he is fairly well armored. And Musclecraft is really not doing that well at hitting him. I think they may have wanted to have a better angle. Trunks has made a safe way up. He's going to deal with a spider. I don't think he has any weapons at all.
I don't think he realizes that Parker was about to make his way out either. In fact, Parker seems to have sort of retreated back for some reason.
Parker actually has the wool.
Yes.
So they've got all three right now. I think they're going to make their victory run soon.
They may be trying to wait until he has a guaranteed clear way out. Doesn't want to die in there with it.
Yeah.
And Trunks died
Yeah, I think
up
it went
at
for
the top.
cover.
Because Parker is just flarping in here, laying down some bricks, covering things up.
Looks like he might be replacing the logs with wood. He might feel like he needs it for some reason.
Probably just waiting for... Oh, this is a nice touch here. Keanu Laszlo of Musclecraft has sort of come around the side and has built a little sniper's nest so they can get better angles. Because yeah, if they're gonna take out Parker, now would be the time. Pin him up top there. Because I don't think he has a bed up there either.
No, he has not slept.
They're not even looking at Parker right now. Oh, wait, there we go. Parker
There we
has
go.
been noticed, but is going to escape.
It's already too late. He's
with
already
no
probably
problem.
placed them down. They can easily get that. Okay,
Yep.
I see 3 wolves back there. We will probably be seeing the run back soon, unless they have some sort of magic cannon surprise.
Not sure, but I think Enun is in possession of all 3 wolves and is making that run back.
Has a little bit of zombie trouble, but he should be able to outrun it. And is able to get safely across the ice because mobs don't spawn on ice. They could spawn on a couple of the spare dirt blocks they placed down, though. Relatively unlikely, though. And Noon seems to be hanging back a little bit, while Keanu rushes ahead. Oh, they've already got the red and green on the monument, so they're just waiting for blue. There we go. Musclecraft wins.